Hello students, welcome to physics class of plus 1. We are going to start chapter dimensions and the objective of today's topic is to study about dimensional analysis. And the topics which we are going to discuss are dimensions, types of physical quantities on the basis of dimensions, dimensional formulae and dimensional equation. So let's start with the definition of dimensions. Students, the dimensions of a physical quantity are the parts to which the fundamental unit of length, mass and time are to be raised so that the derived quantity can be completely represented. And we know that the three dimensions in mechanics are L, M and T, where L stands for length, M stands for mass and T stands for time. We also know that there are certain fundamental quantities which is also called base quantities and some are derived quantities. Base quantity does not depend upon any other quantity, whereas derived quantity depends upon the base quantities, and we are having some of the base quantities like length, mass, time, electric current, temperature, luminous intensity and amount of substance. On the other hand, we are having velocity, acceleration, force, area, volume, density, pressure, work, etc., which are derived quantity. Now the dimensions of length is L and mass is M, time is T. In dimensional analysis, we are going to use basically these three dimensions: length, mass and time. There are other fundamental quantities like electric current whose dimensions are A, temperature K, luminous intensity phi and amount of substance mole. So let's see how this dimension works for us. L is the dimension of length. So distance has dimension of length as distance is also a length. Secondly, if I am talking about area, which is length multiplied by length, therefore area has dimensions of 2 in length. And if I am talking about volume, volume has dimensions of 3 in L. Now time has dimensions of T. Therefore, speed has dimension of L divided by T, because L is the dimensions of length or distance and T is the dimensions for time. So we can say that dimensional analysis tells about nature of physical quantity, or in other words, dimensions are more generalized compared to the idea of unit. Now let's see on the basis of dimensions what are the different types of physical quantities. The different types of physical quantities are dimensional constants, dimensionless constants, dimensional variables and dimensionless variables. Let's see in detail. The first type is dimensional variables. Those physical quantities that have dimensions but not have fixed value are called dimensional variables. For example, force, velocity, work, power. Thus, one force may have a magnitude of 4 Newton and the other may have magnitude of 10 Newton, but all are having the same dimensions, that is 1 in mass, 1 in length and -2 in time. We'll also see in detail how we can derive dimensions of a physical quantity in the next topic. So let's consider the next type of physical quantity, that is dimensional constant. Those physical quantities which possess dimensions and have fixed value are called dimensional constants. For example, gravitational constant capital G, Planck's constant h and velocity of light c. These are called dimensional constant because they are having constant values but they also possess dimensions. Next is dimensionless variables. Those physical quantities which have neither dimensions nor fixed value. For example, specific gravity, strain, angle or even refractive index. All are the physical quantities which neither have dimensions nor they are having a fixed value. Next is dimensionless constant. Those physical quantities which do not possess dimensions but have fixed value. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All are numbers, they are having fixed value but also they don't possess dimensions. Further, we are having pi and exponentials which are also dimensionless constant. Now the question arises how to find dimensions. Let's see one by one. The very first we will take a physical quantity, that is area, and we know that area is length multiplied by breadth, and both are length. So dimensions for area is 0 in m, 2 in L and 0 in time, because in this relation there is no mass and no time, or we can say that area neither depends upon mass and time, it only depends upon length. Next is volume. We know that volume is length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. Therefore, dimensions of volume is 0 in m, 3 in L and 0 in time. Next is mass density or just density, which is mass divided by volume. We know that dimension of mass is m, dimensions of volume is 3 in L. So we get dimension of density as 1 in m minus 3 in L, because L is in denominator. When we take it to the numerator, the power changes to minus 3, and in the last 0 in T. So this is the way to find the dimensions of any physical quantity. We'll take some more examples like frequency. We know that frequency is equal to 1 upon time period, and time period is nothing but time. So dimensions of frequency is 0 in m, 0 in L and minus 1 in T. Next is speed or velocity, which is displacement upon time. Again, displacement is nothing but length. Time is again T. So dimensions of speed or velocity is 0 in mass, 1 in length and minus 1 in T. Next is acceleration, which is velocity upon time. From here we will take the dimensions of velocity, that is 1 in L and minus 1 in T divided by time, and we will get dimensions of acceleration, 0 in mass, 1 in length and minus 2 in T. Similarly for the force, mass into acceleration, which is 1 in mass, 1 in length and minus 2 in time. We are having one more physical quantity, that is impulse, which is force multiplied by time. Therefore, dimensions for impulse is 1 in mass, 1 in length and minus 1 in time. In the last, we are having work and energy. Students, work and energy both are having the same dimensions, and we know that work is equal to force into distance. So dimension of work or energy is 1 in mass, 2 in length and minus 2 in time. So in this way, we can find the dimensions of any physical quantity which depends upon the base quantities. Next, we will study about dimensional formulae. Students, the formula or the term that tells us about the power with which a fundamental quantity is contained in a physical quantity is called dimensional formulae. For example, for velocity, dimensional formula is 1 in L and T in minus 1. And all these are the examples of dimensional formulae for velocity, acceleration, force, area, volume, density, pressure and work. Next is dimensional equation. An equation obtained by putting a physical quantity on LHS and its dimensional formula on RHS is called dimensional equation. Let us take an example. The very first example I am taking here of acceleration, which is change in velocity upon time. We can write it as A is equal to V upon T, and we know that dimension of V is 1 in L, 0 in M and minus 1 in T, and for time it is 0 in L, 0 in M and 1 in time. So taking to the numerator, we'll get A is equal to 1 in L, 0 in M and minus 2 in time. So this last equation is called dimensional equation, where the physical quantity is on LHS and its dimensions are on right hand side. Next is power. So after solving it out, we get the power has the dimensions of 2 in length, 1 in mass and minus 3 in time. So this last equation is called dimensional equation for power. We'll take one more example for pressure. We know that pressure is equal to force upon area. Dimensions for force is 1 in L, 1 in M and minus 2 in time. Whereas for area, it is 2 in length, 0 in mass and 0 in time. So after solving it out, we'll get P is equal to minus 1 in length, 1 in mass and minus 2 in time. So this equation is called dimensional equation for power. Now let's try to solve some questions. Question number 1. What are dimensions of a physical quantity? Question number 2. What is the difference between a dimensional formula and a dimensional equation? Question number 3. What are dimensional variables? Give examples. Question number 4. What are dimensionless variables? Why are they called so? And the last question is, J is dimensional constant whereas pi is dimensionless constant. Why? So I hope the topic is clear to you. Try to solve these questions, and that's the end of the topic. Thank you.